So, boom, ladies and gentlemen, yeah. I'm here to talk transfers. I'm here to talk nonsense. Before we talk transfers, look at that, look at that, look at that. Three Super Cups, one FA Cup, the oldest cup competition in the world, and the league title, the most prestigious of them all. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. But before I talk about football, anyone watch Baki? Anyone watch the season 3 of Baki? Ooh, I'll tell you what, this Samurai Shun Jimmy Hammer, bad man, bad man. But he's not fully gone. He's not Baki. He ain't got the potential Baki has, or Baki's father. What's his name? Jun Baki. Jun Hai. Hannah, sorry, man said hi. Hannah, I'm high. We're all talking. Anyway, let's talk football. Manchester United going in for Belieber. Well, tell me that ain't crazy, guys. Tell me that's not crazy. Manchester United now in for Belieber after everything that's been said about Talisman and Santos, and you saw how they were twerking when they thought they were going to get Lewis Skelly, but so now they want Belieber. I mean, they unsettled Belieber last season. It's weird. He's actually cheaper now this season than he was last season. Last season and this season, the market's a mess. So God knows how Brighton are letting him go for less. I know he's been underwhelming. Man United really rocked him. I think the United failing to sign him last season really affected him. But what does this mean for Kobe? What does this mean for Mano, guys? Tell me, Manchester United fans, what does this mean for Mano if you're having to or wanting to buy Belieber? You got Yuri and you got Santos. And the age profile of Santos and Belieber are really there for long term. So where does this put Kobe? Unless you got to see Kobe as a direct replacement for Bruno, but I would say is an emotion man, or am I getting things confused? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But it's just interesting to see that Man United now won't believe. I mean, does he? I mean, he must start for you, surely. It must be him and Yuri, yeah, and Santos on the bench again. Santos left one bench to go and sit on the next bench. Crazy, absolute bonkers. Are you happy with this, by the way, United? I'm not fearful. I thought you was gonna. If you've got Skelly, I'd have been angry. But getting Belieber in, I mean, Belieber does have potential. He has loads of potential. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that he's crap. He has loads of potential. But the drop off from last season, is that due to United, or is that just the natural drop off in the now that that's his level? We don't know yet. It'll be interesting to see. Arsenal, in terms of Arsenal now, well, I mean, get Yield is in. I can't say his name. Yield is in, and I don't know much about Yields, but I know that he's potential. I know that he's a hot prospect. I've seen clips, and I've seen clips before we was linked to him. When we was very first linked to him, which I think might have been January. That's when I really took notice. I was getting confused between Goulet and Yildiz. But that's back then, I should say. But to have him on the left with Zolis that would be interesting. It's not what we had in mind, because I'll tell you what, going from Rogers to Vinny all the way to Yields, it's underwhelming in terms of PR. In terms of PR, it's underwhelming, but in terms of them actually being great players, it could be a masterstroke. And that always seems to be the case with Arteta. When he doesn't get the main man that he really wants, and he has to get his second or third choice, they end up being better than the first choice that he had. So I trust this process, I guess. What's this? Gone live 3 times this week. The spot, I'm back, Charlie. I'm settled now. The house is settled. I'm settled. The routine's settled. The move really, really. Moving yard is a mess, bro. I'm telling you, we've got to do this again in a couple of years. But core, blimey, I'm telling you, it's a mess, man. It's at least 3 months before you've even got your feet under the rug. Do you know what I mean? Once you've moved in, it's just like, I don't know if I'm making excuses, but that's what it just feels like. Like just everything's been non-stop. Something's always happening. The kids are never really settled. Obviously, oh man, surely. And then obviously, yeah, the Arsenal. You know what I mean? Couldn't contain myself. Stressful work, moving gaff. I feel, listen, moving gaff is horrible, man. It's beautiful once you set. You know what it is? I've moved a few times now, but I've never moved properly. And even this one wasn't a proper move because, I mean, I took everything I had in that yard with me, but not my. A lot of things are still at my mum's yard, which for some reason I still feel like I'm gonna see those things again. I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. But I've got my pictures there. I've got my Macs there. I've got my vinyl player there. I've got my PlayStation 1, 2, 3 there. My daughter, my eldest daughter, nicked my fourth PlayStation. I tell you, that was scandalous. The way she nicked it was scandalous. She asked me if she can borrow it for 6 weeks or 6 weeks old. I said, yeah, take it, girl. Take it. I just started camera work, I think it was, and I was really into the swing of it. So I was like, I've got no time to play computer games. I just bought GTA, I had no time to even play it. And I had to buy it second hand on a cheap from my barber because he clocked it. And he clocked it in like 2 days and said, yeah, I've just bought it. I finished it. I said, I'll take it off your hands. £25. Safe. Didn't even touch it. Didn't play it once. What's this? Pete, a sign online Ballon d'Or personal sign display pic. Where? Oh, your one is nice. It's nice. It is nice. That was his after his Barca year, or was it his first? Was that his second year at Inter when he got that, or was it when he arrived at Inter they gave him that from his first year at Barca? What was it? I know it's one of those 2 years. His first year at Inter Milan when they won the UEFA Cup, and it was in Lazio, I think, in the final. He done that. Wicked. I'll never forget. '98 World Cup was the first time. That's the first time I've no, it was my second tournament. It was my third tournament, conscious tournament. Because I watched parts of '94, watched Euro '96 heavily. As my first tournament was Euro '96. It's my first real tournament. I think I'm not sure whether it was '94 or '92 when they were giving out Coca-Cola balls at McDonald's. Wicked. I had about 3-4 of them, and the World Cup balls. I had loads of them. It's pure heritage, that is, because I still look at some of the clips. Like, even though Messi's done what he's done, like Messi's the GOAT, but I look at some of the clips of Ronaldo, and I'm just like, if he never got injured, jeez Louise, it was devastating stuff, man. Man was at like 300 goals before 24 years old. Something stupid. It was ridiculous, and it wasn't even just the goals. It was just the all-round play would have been, because he to be fair, he'd lost half a yard, and he still had half a yard on people. So do you imagine the yards he had when he was fully fit? It's crazy. And then he had the knee operation. Then you're not as nimble. Then he had to put on a bit of weight to help compensate, and he was still banging in goals. That Real Madrid Ronaldo was basically the start of fat Ronaldo. That Real Madrid Ronaldo, he had to put on the timber. And Real Madrid didn't see the best of him, and he was a madman still. He was still a madman. Do you know what I mean? He's still wicked, clinical in front of goal. Dad got it. Me at France '98. There you go. World Cup '98. Still the best ever. Yeah, I think it might be. Well, 2002 is my favorite because Ronaldo redemption, but '98 was the announcing of Zidane. Really, he was already a big player before that, but they weren't talking about him as the best ever, or like he was in there. Like he basically, when he won the World Cup, he went a tier above everyone, and that's what it was. He carved a lane for himself. What's this? Osherman and Leo incoming. A wise man once said, "To where, Jay Greens? Ain't Arsenal, baby. We're getting yields." What's wrong, Gotti? You're right. Yeah, we're getting yields. We're getting yields, perhaps. Leao's finished, bro. 2002 redemption after the injury was legendary. You had to be there. It was legendary. The haircut, everything was wicked. Wicked. He deserved it. When that team was special as well. Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, Ronaldo. That's you don't get better than that. I don't think. I mean, Kaká. The Kaká one was good with Kaká, Ronaldinho, wicked. But Rivaldo, Ronaldo, like the triple R. The triple R was fantastic. Like, okay, I'm shaking my club. Stop spending. What do you mean? You're about to buy Cody and Silvinho, innit? I've been saying this for years. Silvinho for 85 million. I'm fainting. These guys can't scout. What do you mean? That's the going rate, bro. That's just how it is. Like, I can't even say anything. Have you eaten your ice cream already, Goody? You got brain freeze, innit? You can't even say nothing. That's just the going rate. You pay for, if you want it, you got to pay for it. Simple. That's how it is. If we wanted to get Rodgers and stop all this mess, got to pay the money. There's no, oh, this is over the odds. Yeah, it's over the odds, but that's the market today. Listen, 85 M's for Savino is it's robbery, bro. It's robbery. How's he got better? How's he got more expensive after being injured for so long? How? But you've got to understand, Man City and Chelsea, I don't know what their man do behind the scenes, but their man have a team of people conning people. I don't know how they're doing it. Like, if they had Belieber, he'd be going for 100 M's with the same season that he's had. I'll drive them myself. Listen, I know you would. 85 mil. 85 M's for Savinho. Did you get to watch? No, I didn't, Jay. I saw your comment yesterday. I'm sure I must have watched the wrong Attack on Titans because I see someone wearing a T-shirt the other day and reminded me, and then you said it. So I was like, it's in the air. It's Attack on Titans because I don't know what's going on. Savvy and Gatko aren't good, but they're better than what you've got. I don't think you could turn your nose up, really, Jay, at such acquisitions. Because what ain't good for Arsenal and Liverpool is damn well fantastic for Spurs. That's just the way love goes. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. Whoa. They are okay. 140 mil for those two is absolute skullduggery and a robbery, he said. Daddy, and I agree. Put it here, boy. Good boy. Put it on the plate. Good boy. Come here. Let me see your hand. Come here. Wipe on daddy's top. Oh. Let me feel. Where's the wipes? Got it. Where the wipes? Got it. The wipes up there. You see me? The wipes up there.
Daddy.
Yeah.
No.
Run upstairs, get the wipes, please, buddy.
Daddy, don't finish.
Yeah, but you're looking like a mess. Swear, I just had ice cream. You're looking like a mess. Got it.
I'm just clearing.
Alright, don't move, Lele. Stay there. He's a mess. I went out. Yeah. Don't wipe your face. Leave your face. I went out for 2 seconds, and he's found the ice creams. I didn't know we had the ice creams, but he knew we had the ice creams. And I tried to say no. That's for pudding later. Come back. Hey! Come back here. Come back here. Your hands are filthy. 5. You don't come back. I take phone. 5. 4. Good boy. 3. Stay here. He's back. Cheeky monkey's back. Are you back, cheeky monkey?
No.
You back? Say hi, guys.
No.
Say so, boom.
No.
Say Henry.
No.
Say Saka.
No.
Go on, say Saka.
No.
Say Wenger.
No.
You're trapped. Say Wenger. Stay here. Thanks, girl.
Daddy, where's the phone?
I know you. You have to say Saka and Wenger before you get phone. Say Saka.
Saka.
Good boy. And say Wenger. Do you want it or not? Do you want it? Say again. Say it louder. Look at him trying to say it under his breath. He's so the defiance. It's like a battle. It's a battle out here. It's a battle. Right, go. Good boy. Are you still wearing yappy? Come, bring it over here. Bring it over here quickly. Bring the phone. I'll do it for you. He's been watching Michael Jackson for peace on this phone. Michael Jackson video after video. Now he's discovered Peppa Pig. There's something in Peppa Pig. I don't know what it is. What are we saying? We should sell Martinetti. I hear he's going. I hear Villa. I see Villa linked to him, which is mad. They didn't Unai bring him in. He will work wonders under Unai. He will work wonders. I'll tell you what, he goes to Unai and Villa, he is scoring 15 plus league goals. I'm telling you now. Man's going to try and get Kane, you know. Martinelli going for under 50 for anyone who will take him is criminal, by the way. League champion going for 50 M's when Savinho's going for 85. Right? What are we doing? My fan base trying to convince me because Savinho dribbles in circles. He does not cost 85 mil, bro. He should be 35. The season he had last season and the season before that, he should cost 35. End of story. Same with the Dutch. They're falling all the way off. They done fell off. It's not your money, they say. That's what they say, Jay. I was fine with Tonali and Fernash because they're actually solid. And that's true. Fernash and Tonali at that price, listen, people might scoff, but Tonali, wicked. Him and Rice would have been dangerous. It would have been dangerous. I mean, we had to settle for Bruno. I think Tonali is better than Bruno. But Bruno's a thug. He's a thug. And it looks like we wanted to get someone anyway. So, but Tonali and Fernash is great business. PSR turned football fans. Listen, let me tell you something, yeah, Charlie. In 2008 times, it might have been 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12 to 14, yeah? Arsenal fans were the master. They were accountants, yeah? We became accountants because our manager was a king of economics and he'd break down why we couldn't do X, Y, Z, yeah? But Arsenal fans weren't hearing it because it's Arsenal and we've come off being invincible and whatnot. And we moved to this fancy, big-ass stadium. But you know what? We moved into this fancy mansion and we had no peace. We couldn't do no renovations, really. We couldn't buy these fancy toys that we need to make the stadium and the team better. We couldn't do none of it. And that's where people lost their minds. Now, we was talking about net spend and people weren't hearing none of it. They weren't having a bar. No United fan, no Chelsea fan, City weren't in existence. Liverpool fans weren't hearing it. So I don't know how all of a sudden net spend has become this fashionable thing when Arsenal fans suffered for 15 years. And the reason why people belittle us today was because of such talks. And now the rest of football are allowed to talk net spend and now use net spend as a crutch to beat Arsenal with because we've got a poor net spend. I've never seen in my lifetime anyone boast about selling a player, but yet we've got applications, all these media companies and whatever, all your influencers saying, "Oh, Arsenal haven't sold a player for more than 35 million." And then some people in our fan base, must be the young ones, are going, "That's disgusting." What? Because we're not selling our best players. These men are selling their best players at the top of their game. Imagine if we sold Omri. Listen, Chelsea wanted Henry for 50 M's when he was at the peak of his powers. We said no. Why? Because we was the bigger boys. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? It's crazy to think that's even a flex. And being counting like crazy. Listen, when we was doing it, we was getting slaughtered. So I don't understand how now it's become fashionable. And this was before PSR, exactly. This is before any financial, because PSR and FSP, whatever, FSR, whatever I remember what it's called. Them things was brought in because Arsenal fans were doing accounting, and we was like, and they were saying something it has to change because Wenger was saying this is financial doping. It's financial dope, but they let the man do the financial doping for years to the point where okay, they're like, you know what, these men have caught up, yeah. Let's shut the door. And they shut the door right when Newcastle came in. That's why Newcastle fans are crying because they can't cheat. They want to cheat. And then we got people upset that we're not allowing people to cheat. And then people go, but Arsenal, Man United cheat. Arsenal, man, listen, United did cheat. But that was once they earned the right to cheat. They just, once they became kings, they started cheating like mothers. Do you know what I'm saying? Fergie had man in his pocket. Managers were scared of him. Referees were scared of him. Do you know what I mean? You couldn't tell Fergie nothing. He had man under lock, key, pocket, boom, gone. I'm Fergie. I'm running things. But for people to say that all them teams, those teams two cheated or three, including Liverpool, come on, man, it's organic. It's organic stuff. Like you got to remember when Arsene Wenger came to Arsenal, we were 5th in the league. Finished 12th the season before that. We was the 3rd richest next to Liverpool and United, because United were 4 years, 5 years deep of winning. As soon as you start winning things, the money just goes up. Imagine 2 years, imagine 4 years out of 5, and you've won everything, and you've got 3 titles in that, 4 titles in that time. Your money's large, even large, because it's in a concentrated period as well. Simon Jordan slagged City, but he was sticking up. That's why it's a contradiction, Charlie. That's why it don't make sense. You can't in one breath slag off City and then praise Newcastle and then slag off the rules that are in place for not allowing another cheat. We've got to call it how it is. City cheated, Chelsea cheated, but they were allowed to cheat. It's like them saying now, you know what, for 48 hours or for a 4-week window, you can take all the steroids you want, footballers, but anyone caught taking steroids after that, you're in trouble. And that's what they've allowed. That's what they've done. They've allowed man to take steroids to catch up with the top and sometimes surpass. Rules are the rules. What you saying, Don Laka? What you saying, man like Nathan? Konza, here we go. Better get. Do you want Oshiman? They said that we're flexible right now, so we're looking to bolster our attack, and it's not necessarily exclusive to the left-hand side. But when I read flexible, I was like, are they talking about the right-hand side as well? They're talking about centre. I'll take centre, but we don't need that's as flexible as we can go. Centre and left. The right is solidified. And if they go and get Oshiman and Yields and keep Martinelli, well, I'll be damned. And keep Jesus and Havertz and Glock, I'll be damned. That's dangerous. Now that's dangerous. That is dangerous. Watching this Pep doc on Prime, I've seen Pep this emotional. I've never seen Pep this emotional. Watch Walker get sleepy. I saw when he got lippy to Pep. I was just, come on, Walker, man. Like, what are you doing, bro, man? That's the greatest manager of all time. Like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? And the reason why Pep's calling you out is because you're making mistakes, probably, bro. Pep ain't going to single you out for no reason. Oshiman is going to get his Saudi bag. Go and get your Saudi bag, baby. Go and get your Saudi bag, baby. Might as well. Why not? Why not? Why not, baby? I mean, he needs 500 buff to get in English sterling to beat the tax and earn what he's earning in Turkey. Imagine that. We've got to give 500 buff sterling just to get 300k. Tax on that is mental. Hugo Ekitike would be sensational for the Arsenal. But there's no way Liverpool. We don't do business with Liverpool. We don't do business with them. But that would be a great buy. I don't know why we didn't get Ekiteke last season. Pep never kicked their boot into anyone's head, though, did he? No, he didn't. Because Pep's classy. He's classy, and plus, this is when he's going through his whole divorce, isn't it? What's the documentary called? I actually need to watch it because I knew that when Slot won the season, won that league, and Man City collapsed was because Pep was going through a divorce. And I thought this was perfect timing for Arsenal to go and do. But at the same time, Pep's going through a divorce. One door closes, another door opens, so to speak. And Arsenal's captain, our very own Odegaard, was going through fatherhood. And for anyone that's been through fatherhood, you know the first 2 years, sleep-wise, the first 2 years, it's a madness. It's a madness. It's a madness. So imagine when you're doing a job where it's physical, and it's physical to the pinnacle of physicality and beyond, because your body's on fumes if you play 38 plus games at that level. And I thought it was our time to shine, but no, we let Liverpool and Slot come in. That's why Liverpool fans and Liverpool FC got confused, and because they were still running off Klopp fumes, because it was just they didn't buy nobody, so that helped them in the end. the irony, they're going to spend 500 million is one of their worst seasons ever, because it was time to change. It was time for a new cycle. That team's at the end of its cycle, and it was coming towards the end. Klopp left the season too early because he could have got himself another league title. But I don't know, shut the bed, it looks like. Winning a Cheeky Sport reunion special. I need to see Wacky. You want to hear Wakim's? I can read you out my Wakim's nonsense. Well, I can't do it on that. Let me see if I can get WhatsApp on here. Here we go. WhatsApp. I need the Cheeky Sport conversation. Let's see. Football Fico. Jermaine said something in the group. Let's see. Shall I read you? This is today. Let's see what Wakim said today. Why? Oh, I said I sent the Belieber thing, and he says, Man United need depth. And I said, United don't need no depth. I said, you will be out of everything by November. Ak has said, not even bothering to click this. Oh, no, that's a big J. Not even bothering to click this. It's obvious what we need. LOL, worry about yourselves, is Wakim. Yesterday, I proposed a question and said that Frank Lampard's better than Michael Carrick, and him and Jack went off on one at me. And they were going crazy. And Joaquin said, what was one of the crazy things he said? Let's see if I can find something that he said yesterday. Oh, he said, I'm playing mind games. I can't read the rest. But yeah, he was chatting absolute rubbish. And he thinks Michael Carrick is going to have a great season. At one point, he said United could win the league. He's kind of backtracked slightly on that. Let's see how he talks after the Belieber deal goes through. I think he will be talking gas again. You see, Raheem, he said Arsenal would finish fourth last season. And that was in January. Do you know what I'm saying? That it's all crazy. Anyway, man, then I'll be back later on. Have a good day. And we'll see what the football transfers bring us. Arsenal get Konsa in. It's uninspired, but Konsa, welcome, son. You can come and be a champion. Good stuff. Let's go, baby. Let's go.